Yo, I'm here with my man Johnny. Yo, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Thank you again for having me, bro. How you doing?
Of course, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm blessed, happy to be here, happy to be talking with you. We loved your performance, man. We loved your performance, and from what I had heard and gathered, this was a very different performance than what you usually do, right?
Yeah. Normally I don't really do a whole lot of uh acapellas or just like um yeah, just any type of performances. This was very different, but it was refreshing though, because a lot of people haven't been performing or been able to do performances during this like pandemic. So it felt good to be out and you know what I mean, do something different.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad. I'm glad because I'm sure it's been a weird year. I work with music and I work with different musicians, so it's like to have it go from literally like 100, everybody was going into 2020 like ready to make big moves and do big things to like zero.
Yeah,
It's
like all of a sudden, it's wild.
yeah,
It's been a lot of adjusting. So
I'm sure, man. I'm sure. Well, let's take a step back. I want everyone who hasn't heard of you, doesn't know what you're all about. Give us a brief rundown on you, what you're working on, who you are, all of that stuff.
yeah. My name is Jonnie Bars. I'm coming from Pomona, aka P Town, aka Planet Underground. Um,
Hey.
been representing and working on just different music. I recently um had come up with just a project idea that I'm working on. It's going to be called You and I Versus, and I plan on dropping that in October. Um, but for right now, just getting singles and just different things lined up. It's been a while since I've honestly put out music, so it's gonna be dope. But yeah, I just been working with just different people, not only in Pomona but just the IE area.
Mm.
I a part of a part of a nonprofit organization called Productive Culture, which is out looking to help whether like under resourced people or just like uh creative, ambitious people like us that may need some guidance.
Mm.
So that's been taking up a lot of different time too. Um, but it's just been balancing everything. It's I don't know. I'm a person that's all about like making sure you're balanced. And so um that's what I like to put in my music. Even with the Shot in the Dark, um, the song that I did, Gas, like yes, that talks about weed, right? And
Yeah.
smoking. But it also just it refers to like gas in your tank. You know what I mean? How much gas you have in your tank to keep going and to endure. So like yeah, it's all about just positive and just motivating, but like also just like getting up off your ass and doing something, you know what I mean, making an effort. So
Yep.
um I've been trying to emphasize that a lot more, especially because we all have things that we've appreciated a little bit more during the pandemic. Um and I think music, creativity, and wanting to be out is one of them. So it's just like it's been really cool. It's been a roller coaster. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Definitely.
been cool.
Definitely. That's amazing. First and foremost, we got some heavy P-Town representation. Shout out
Yeah.
to Miyagi. Miyagi's come through clutch. All the folks from Pomona.
He
Um,
should know him. He should know
I love
him.
it. I love it. Secondly, man, I think I'm sure it's a wild concept getting back into it and like thinking about releasing and thinking about rollouts and thinking about these
Mhm.
things to prep for. Is there one thing, well, I want to talk about gas in a bit, a little bit more, but is there one
Yeah.
thing specifically that you might have written recently or even that you're working on that you feel like might even have been influenced from the pandemic or like taking kind of some of those emotions and all that stuff that you've dealt with over the last year and grappled with it a bit?
Mm. Recently, not really. I mean, there's certain things because like, experiences they come and go. I don't like to talk about um I didn't want to talk about the pandemic on purpose,
Mm,
only because like I just don't like I don't know. It's just like it's a part of a time and I don't like to make like I like to make things that are timeless. So I
Mm,
don't want to go into like, if it's something that talks about a certain time, it's based on the whole, I don't know. It's just like with the pandemic, it's not, it there wasn't any experience to be able to talk about.
right.
Like that was like, it wasn't a creative way to put either if you're working all the time and you're just stuck in doing that because you can't do anything else, or just like you don't have a job. Like, I mean, struggles we talk about, but like with the pandemic, it's not, there wasn't enough experience to really talk about it. There was no experience. It was just like, damn, we're all stuck inside. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to get inspired and speak on something like that. That's so like, that's not encouraging. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very real, very, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't talk about it though during this time.
Well, no, and honestly, your rationale makes so much sense because it's like, I think people can jump off of like current events and things that are happening and use that as a way to write around stuff. But if you're writing around stuff that kind of is everlasting, right?
Mhm.
Emotions, feelings, experiences, that type of stuff that really kind of has no timeline to it. I mean, that makes total sense. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not directly impacted or directly like the topic matter, it
Right.
impacted it somehow. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
reality. That's how writing creatively works. Period.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so tell me a bit about gas. Tell me a bit about. I love that double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
got gas, but you also like gas to continue going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gas for yourself and enough for you to take care of the people around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all about keeping yourself, fueled. Whether it's like, for some people it's weed. For me it's weed sometimes, I guess. I don't smoke that much. But like it's also just different things of what you put into your mind, what you put into your body. Like,
Mm,
that thing that could be your gas too. Uh but it's not on some arrogant shit. It's just like on some real, like, you're capable and you're confident. This is the things that you can do, or that you want to do,
right.
or that you aim to do, right? And so like, even with just what we put into our bodies, right, to
Right.
keep us going, it's just different types of things that keep us gassed. You know what I mean? And like, or just keep us fueled. And it's, to us, it's our gas. It may be meditation for some people. It may be reading. For you, it may be, being a musician and being able to create every day. Like, something keeps us fueled to
Yeah.
keep going. So
Yeah. I mean, that's so true, man. That's so true. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but no, I just wanted to create a song about that. And it was cool because like, it was during a time where I wasn't, like, I just got into like a whole like writing like spree after being in a funk for so long. So it felt good to actually just like be able to write something that was not only that's not only like that people can be able to relate to, but I felt like it was kind of catchy too. I mean, there's some, I don't know, but it was just it felt good to be able to write into like the project and everything else. As
Right.
far as writing this song, like, it led to a lot, so it was really dope.
Yeah. No, definitely. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. And I mean that theme in general can like play into so many different things. It's great to see something made that not only is relatable, but even more importantly, like just fucking goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
goes.
I appreciate that. Nah, and that's how life is, man. Life is gonna continue to just go, so we got to.
Yep. I love that, man. I love that. Well, I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to watch the video, but before that, let them know where can people find you. Is there anything coming up? You had plugged in the beginning a bit. If you want to again, anything
Oh
coming up,
yeah.
people should keep an eye about. Whatever's coming down the pipeline. I want to make sure anyone who's really fucking with what they see, they get a chance to jump on and follow you.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, you could follow me on all social media platforms at Jonnie Bars, JONNIE, and then bars with a S. Same thing for like different music platforms. I'm going to be releasing You and I Verses again. It's going to be in October 15th. But I do have a couple of singles I plan on releasing sometime in June. And yeah, you could just find it all, Jonnie Bars. And if not, then you missed out. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep.
Exactly. Yo, Jonnie, my man, thank you so much for taking the time again, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you again for having me. I appreciate you.
Of course, man. All right, you have a good one, bro.
You too. Thank you.
Peace.